Good morning, aloha. It's morning here in Hawaii. Um, I just want to talk about this very interesting concept that is like prevalent in spiritual paths that are more authentic. And I guess all of them have some form, but a lot of authentic spiritual paths I've seen have this like negative force that is inside of us. Some religions or spiritual paths say the force is outside of us. It's something that's totally separate from us. But I think the more authentic ones indicate that negative force is inside of us. It's in our own minds. And it's always fighting us to get us to believe negativity and that we're not a part of God. We're not one with God. We're not all one people with who are sparks or got parts of God. So anyway, that's the whole concept that I find is absolutely interesting and very motivating my mind in a lot of spiritual paths. That negative force is something that is in a lot of really spectacular movies I've seen, and I think you should always also check them out. A lot of them don't do that well in the movie theaters, and I think the reason why is they're too far beyond the way most of the people think in the world. The world, they say, is changing. People are starting to think more spiritually. But at the time the movie came out, and even now, people can't or do not fully understand spiritual paths and spiritual ideas completely. And there are lots of people who do, but there are lots of people who don't. So let me just state that. So the first movie that I can think of is when I was watching it when I actually first physically met my husband. It's a beautiful movie, and it actually has these amazing actors. Why did you never hear of it? It's crazy. Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, and actually a number of other really well-known actors that I can't remember right now, but the movie is amazing. It's a very spiritual concept. It's about different lives and the different paths we take and how people we know in different places we know them in our different lives. It's about soulmates, and it's about that devil and angel sometimes on the different sides of our shoulders. And how we've revealed the most beauty in us. I'm getting moved. The most beauty in us when we act against that negative force trying to make us think, oh, this person is that, or person's trying to make us do that. And we act instead for the angel that is always there, a lot of times speaking more quietly. It could be an angel. It could be the Holy Spirit. It could be whatever, your higher self, whatever you see that force for good as. So anyway, that movie Cloud Atlas is a really great one to see. Another one that I'm going to talk about right now that I loved also is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a deeply spiritual movie too. It features Benedict Cumberbatch, Rachel McAdams, and Tilda Swinton. There are other like famous, amazing actors in there, but those are the people that I can think of right now. There are a lot of other famous actors, and it's really cool. They use makeup, even though it's the same person in every life. They use the same person, but they make them look different by doing makeup. It's pretty amazing. You should check it out. Doctor Strange, if you haven't. A lot of people have, but if you have not checked it out, check it out. So one of my spiritual teachers told me about the Truman Show and how that is super deep and super spirit, has lots of spiritual themes in there. I have seen it, I think, but I think it was before I even was on this path or even had a clue. So I haven't checked it out. But Jim Carrey stars in that movie. So I would definitely check that movie out. The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. I think that's about all I have to say for today. It's really just some interesting, super spiritual concepts. Stay tuned, much more to come.